Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, May 4th, 2026. This is the Kearney Board of Aldermen meeting. Call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sunday, have you had a chance to take roll?
I have taken roll. Sherry Spencer is absent this evening. You have the quorum.
Thank you. We'll move on to personal appearances this evening. The only personal appearance we have this evening, is I have a friend in the audience here, Miss Marie Steiner, who is representing the Clay County Senior Services Board as a board member. Marie, I think you have a few items to share, and then we will read the proclamation, present it to you, and get a photo opportunity.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we'll give you the floor. Go ahead.
Thank you for this proclamation to raise awareness of older Americans for the month of May. Congress passed the Older American Act OOAA in 1965 in a response to concerns by policymakers about a lack of community social services for older persons. Although older individuals may receive services under many other federal programs, today the OAA is considered a major vehicle for the organization and delivery of social and nutritional services to this group and their caregivers. This year's theme is Champion Your Health. Focuses on prevention, wellness, and personal responsibility as cornerstones of healthy aging. It encourages older adults to take active roles in their health, advocating for themselves, accessing preventive care, and making informed decisions that support independence. I am part of the community of older Americans. I would like to take this opportunity to raise awareness. Meals on Wheels, our senior centers, has programs for older adults' health and wellness awareness. I joined a bowling league, not to brag about me, but when I joined the senior bowling league, I saw how great these older adults are at this game. No, they were not physically fit. Some had had a stroke, others are in their upper 80s. We all are a little slower, but we accomplished the job and the sport at hand. The fact not one of these bowlers let any physical condition stop them from a game they loved. If you would like to see age in action, you will witness age doesn't stop, even with a health issue. Then please come and watch for yourself many of the older adults' teams. Then in January, on the last day of the month, I joined the Senior Center for lunch to celebrate all birthdays for that month. There was a DJ playing music we listened to when we were young. I was taken by no one in the room allowed age to stop them from participating, even when they could only stand near their seats at their table and make gestures to keep time with the music. Championing your health is about making daily choices that support your body and mind. Small, consistent actions from preventive care to staying socially connected can help people maintain their health and independence as they age. We're old, but we are not done. And we can, and we will, and we do. Thank you.
Thank you. If you could read the proclamation, please.
A proclamation recognizing Older Americans Month in Kearney, Missouri. Whereas May is Older Americans Month, a time for us to recognize and honor Kearney's older adults and the value they bring to every facet of our society. And whereas through their wisdom and wealth of life experiences, older adults make immeasurable contributions to the community through intergenerational relationships, community service, civic engagement, and many other activities. And whereas communities benefit when people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds can participate and thrive. And whereas Kearney must ensure that older Americans have the resources and support needed to stay independent and involved in their communities, reflecting our commitment to inclusivity and connectedness. Now therefore, I, Randy Pogue, Mayor, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Older Americans Month. This year's theme, Champion Your Health, highlights the importance of prevention, wellness, and taking charge of your own health as you age. I call upon all residents to join me in recognizing the value and contributions of our older citizens and promoting programs and activities that help them to live longer, healthier lives with dignity and independence, while ensuring that all the members of our community can age safely and successfully. In witness whereof, I have Hereunto set my hand and cause to be affixed the seal of the city of Kearney, Missouri, this 4th day of May, 2026.
Congratulations. If the board would join me for the photo opportunity with the seal in the back? Yeah, absolutely.
David, you know she's talking about us, right?
You what?
She's talking about
Yeah,
us.
he's looking at us.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
We'll be at the senior center today. The lunch and dance if we'll be there.
Oh, okay. That'd be nice.
Bill Scout and celebrate.
Check it, see if it tips back.
I got another meeting starting.
I think I got your.
This one did.
We don't have a big audience, so you guys can fight over.
Yes, and
Pass it around.
thank you for sharing the sweet treats.
Yes.
Yes.
And nailing my flavor.
Have a great evening, Marie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody wish to address their elected board under open public comments this evening? All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Does the board have any questions or items of discussion on the consent agenda this evening? Seeing none, if we can entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Right?
Opposed? Consent agenda is approved. We'll move on to ordinances this evening. First item is a motion approving bill number 30/2026, presented by David Pavlich, our Community Development Director. An ordinance approving a cost-sharing agreement with the Mid-America Regional Council, MARC, for the 2026 Kansas City Regional Aerial Photography Project. David?
Yeah, Mid-America Regional Council flies aerial photography throughout the metro area every 2 years. And the city has been a longtime participant, so it's a cost share program. Every community pays into that. Staff recommends we continue to do that. How do we benefit? We get updated mapping for our GIS mapping in the city, and then also Clay County, the Clay County GIS website gets us updated mapping.
Did we do this 2 years ago? I don't remember. I remember us doing it before, but I couldn't remember the last time we
Yeah,
did it.
we've done it so many times, it's like,
Yeah.
when do we do it? You know, we do it frequently. Now, this year, it's a little cheaper than it had been. I'm not sure the reason why. I think maybe part of the metro, they didn't get cover. It was
Fuel cost.
done something else, maybe, but it's a lot cheaper this year than it has been recently.
Appreciate that report, David. Does anybody on the board have any questions on the proposed ordinance or staff's report? If we could read the proposed ordinance on the first reading by title only, please.
An ordinance approving a cost-sharing agreement with Mid-America Regional Council, MARC, for the 2026 Kansas City Regional Aerial Photography Project.
Move to approve on first reading.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Second reading by title only, please.
An ordinance approving a cost-sharing agreement with Mid-America Regional Council, MARC, for the 2026 Kansas City Regional Aerial Photography Project.
Make a motion to approve on second read.
Oh, second.
Pull the board, please.
Alderman Lehman.
Aye.
Alderman King. Alderman Holt.
Aye.
The vote is unanimous and the ordinance is approved. Next item is a motion approving bill number 31/2026, presented by our Captain Brian Allen. An ordinance authorizing a mutual aid agreement with the Kansas City, Missouri Board of Police Commissioners and a mutual aid payment agreement with KC 2026 in connection with the 2026 FIFA World Cup events. Captain Allen?
That's correct. We have a mutual agreement with Kansas City that allows our officers to go down there and work, that they could be assigned to the stadium and or the fan fest for the event.
Great. Any questions from the board on the report or the proposed ordinance? Seeing none, if we can read the proposed ordinance first reading by title only, please.
An ordinance authorizing a mutual aid agreement with the Kansas City, Missouri Board of Police Commissioners and a mutual aid payment agreement with KC 2026 in connection with the 2026 FIFA World Cup events.
Move to approve on first reading.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Second reading by title only, please.
An ordinance authorizing a mutual aid agreement with the Kansas City, Missouri Board of Police Commissioners and a mutual aid payment agreement with KC 2026 in connection with the 2026 FIFA World Cup events.
I'll make a motion on second read.
I'll second.
Pull the board, please.
Alderman King.
Aye.
Alderman Holt.
Aye.
Alderman Lehman.
Aye.
The vote is unanimous and the ordinance is approved. We'll move on to resolutions this evening. We have one resolution to consider this evening, a motion approving Resolution 39, 2026, presented by Shelley Daniel, our Public Works Director, a resolution accepting the proposed 2026 street maintenance plan. Shelley?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor and Board. In the packet, I believe it's on page 81, there is a list of the roads that we're proposing to surface this year, along with maps of the routes. This resolution approves the 2026 street maintenance plan and directs staff to prepare a contract with Vance Brothers for consideration at the next board meeting. As part of this year's plan, we are going to propose using microsurfacing as a preventative maintenance treatment. Microsurfacing is a thin lift pavement application. It's approximately 3/8 inch thick, and it seals and protects the road surface, improves skid resistance, and addresses minor wear such as early cracking and oxidation. Staff, along with representatives from Vance Brothers, reviewed the proposed streets to confirm they were good candidates for the treatment. This is a quick process, similar to asphalt paving. With streets being reopened to traffic within a couple hours, just as the same as a mill and fill would, which would help minimize disruptions to traffic. The advantage of this approach is it allows us to maintain streets while they're still in acceptable condition, rather than waiting until more costly repairs are needed. This treatment will extend the pavement life by 5 to 7 years. It improves overall safety and will make it more efficient for us to use our limited street maintenance budget. In total, we're looking at surfacing about 10.7 lane miles of roadway with the microsurface treatment this year. In addition, our collector roads such as Nation Road, 162nd Street, and a portion of 19th Street will be restriped using a durable pavement marking. So staff does recommend approval of this resolution.
Great. Appreciate that report, Shelley. I got one question, and I'm sorry I've not been able to raise this before now, but what's the difference of this product and the slurry seal product that we previously used?
Well, microsurfacing is more like an asphaltic pavement.
Not just like
it goes down with a paving machine instead of like residential.
It's not just sprayed on and, okay,
It goes down with a pavement machine.
perfect.
Platte County has been using it for 18 years, and they feel like they've got their pavements under control completely on a good schedule. Clay County also uses Platte County's procurement contract. They put it out for cooperative procurement every year, and they've been using it for many years too. And so if you're curious on like how it rides, Clay County did Jesse James Farm Road from Route 92 all the way around last year, I believe. And they did part of it in the fall because they missed this section, and I reminded them it was theirs, and then they came back and did it in the fall. The part just north of 92, and the rest they did in the spring.
Great. I'm excited I don't think with slurry seal we were ever able to cover that much ground in 1 year, so I'm excited.
Sometimes it was real rough, and that slurry seal wasn't a good.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that product.
So there's no stripping of the current road, just goes on top of what's there.
It does just, it's just a surface, so it's not a cold milling. There might be some cold milling just for, there's transition sections, so you just don't hit the 3/8. So they do like a transition mill. I was most excited for Nation Road 162nd, where we could get miles in. The roads we're trying it like on Prospect. They are on sections where we don't have a curb and gutter. I'd like to try it there first.
I'm sure you thought of it, but with all the construction on Nation on both sides of 92, you said it's only down for a little while, right? The road will only be down for a little bit.
Yeah, they'll do the work under a flagging operation with a pilot car, they said, on those roads.
And then the road will be fine for dump trucks to cruise on.
Yep.
So the new surface is it a finer aggregate or?
It is. Yeah, MoDOT started doing microsurfacing that, I know it was like about 25, 30 years ago when I was working with them. They mostly use it now just for skid resistance, for friction, and they'll use a lot more of the more expensive products now, but they have used this in the past as well.
Does it hold up on the snowplows?
Yeah, just like pavement.
Just like that?
Yep. MoDOT used on the interstate, used it up by KCI on curbs where we have run off the road accidents. It increases the friction value for motors, but we're using it for preventive maintenance, not for friction. But it will help with friction as well.
Shelley, I really appreciate you answering all the board's questions, Shelley. I know we've had some less than ideal experiences with slurry seal. And so I just wanted to make sure that the public was aware that it's a totally different product and process. So I appreciate you answering those questions. If there's no other questions from the board, if we could read the proposed resolution, please.
A resolution accepting the proposed 2026 street maintenance plan.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Thank you again for that report, Shelley. We have no items for review and presentation. I want to mention briefly under mayor's communications, I know I've had a conversation with our local paper, Miss Kelly, who's here this evening, but after the tornado in our community, just super proud of the response from our local first responders, our partners at the fire district. We had neighbors out helping neighbors. We had residents out, business owners out volunteering their time and services as well. It's just a good reminder that out of some silly things, there usually is a little bit of good too. And it's just unfortunate that it takes sometimes silly things for our community to come together and be kind and cordial and neighborly. But nonetheless, I'm super proud of our staff, our public works department as well. I can't leave those guys out. It was truly an all hands on deck. And I remained in constant contact with Fire Chief Kevin Pratt, who is our City Emergency Management Director, constant contact with our administrator and police chief as well. And, that's one thing that I never wanted to have to check off my list is having to deal with a tornado in our community. But super thankful that with the help of all of our staff and first responders, we were in good shape already the next morning. And so thank you to everybody for putting in the extra hours and work. Property can be replaced. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. We'll move on to City Administrator's report.
I asked Cindy to give a Market in the Park update.
Great.
So our new Market in the Park launches this month. It starts on August 28th and runs through September 3rd from 4 to 7.
May 28th,
May 28th, what'd I say?
August.
Sorry, May 28th through September 3rd at our beautiful Lions Park from 4 to 7 every Thursday night. It will include 11 vendors featuring produce, crafts, bedding plants, cakes, artisan goods, eggs, and flowers. 3 food trucks rotating through each week, including Chick-fil-A, the Good Stuff Truck, Nani's, Tom's Coffee, and Kona Ice. And as I said, we'll highlight our beautiful Lions Park. With over 200 parking spots within a quarter mile of the park, many of those spots are located right in front of local businesses in our community. So we have reached out to them, encouraging them to stay open on Thursdays and potentially run specials or invite extra people in just to increase the value that we're bringing through the park. and our new market.
Awesome.
Sonia, I love it. Dave. I like the spin on the food trucks. I like the idea of communicating to our business owners downtown. I mean, what another opportunity to bring and put people in front of our businesses downtown. So I appreciate that report. I'm excited to see
Mine too.
the new market take off. Does anybody on the board have any questions on the update?
I do want to add one more thing. We do have a small part to grow into.
Okay.
So we are set in the space that we have, and we have additional vendor spaces that we can grow into. So if any vendors are interested, we have space for you still.
Awesome.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right. We'll move on to Alderman discussion. Alderman Keene,
Don't have anything.
Alderman Holt.
I just want to say, piggyback on what you're saying about the storm. I have some tree limbs I had to clean up. Took it down to the compost pile, and it was a mess down there. We had all the rain, it was all muddy, people was trying to get their trucks down there. And here it is on Saturday morning. I couldn't tell because his cab was all messed up, but we had one of our guys down there on a backhoe, and he was making sure that stuff was dragged back over. We had a pond down there, guys. I don't know if you saw that, but we had a pond down there. It was a mess. And he was making sure that not only that the ground could get to where you can get out, but if anybody got stuck, you could pull them out of there. I mean, it was great having him down there because it made people feel comfortable enough to drive down in there knowing that, hey, if they got down there, they could get out. People were bringing all their tree limbs down there, and our compost pile was right in the middle of that mess too, where that tornado went through. And so we had all the rain down there, everything down there, and we did a great job of cleaning it up, making it accessible for everybody to get in there. I thought our staff did a fantastic job down there. I thought everybody got everything around town picked up really well. Really proud of our City Works people. I had a few people at church comment to me about that, about how great it was. They seen all the city trucks out and trying to get everything, getting roads open and ready to go. So even though it was a bad event, I think it brought some goodwill to the city to see how we did things. And I think it made people feel proud to live here.
Thank you for that report. And Alderman Lehman.
Just piggyback on what's already been said. I drove through that morning, and it was neat to see public works crews, private contractors working side by side. And, you know, I had several people
They don't want to go
call me and contact me about how great it was to see the small town atmosphere come back and all the negativity that's been spread across social media. It was great to see the small town come back and rally to help people out. So I had a friend that had I don't know how many year-old tree in his front yard that went down, and one of our local businesses came out and said, you know, we'll get rid of it. And asked, you know, my friend asked him how much it was and said, not a thing. Did it for free. So it was good to see.
Yeah, we even had a business, he has ties to Kearney, but out of Holt in here volunteering. Mm-hmm. And with his machines, labor, personnel.
Yep.
And yeah, it was good to see for sure.
Yeah, it was.
We do have an executive session notice up this evening, a closed session per RSMO 610021, subsection 1 for legal actions or litigation involving a public governmental body and any confidential or privileged communications between a public governmental body or its representatives and its attorneys and RSMO 610021, subsection 12, to discuss matters pertaining to negotiated contracts. And our meeting will be adjourned from the closed session. So this does conclude our open public portion of our meeting. If the board could consider a motion to enter into executive session.
So I make a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Holt. Alderman Lehman. Alderman King.
Vote is unanimous, and we will enter into executive session. Thank you all for being here. Have a good night, everybody.